dreamed my whole life of main eventing WrestleMania. I never did. Because to me,
WWE Universe today. Brace yourselves because we're diving into a moment that has left fans completely shaken. Tears flow as Triple H shares heartbreaking news about Kevin Owens. This isn't just another headline, it's a soul-crushing bombshell that's rocked the entire wrestling world. Triple H, the game, the cerebral assassin, broke down in a way we've never seen before, revealing something about Kevin Owens that has left fans stunned, emotional, and desperate for answers. So what has got the COO in tears? What happened to KO? We're here to unpack it all, step by step, twist by twist, and we're taking you on an emotional roller coaster you won't forget. Grab your seat, smash that like button, and let's get into it. Kevin Owens, the everyman hero of WWE. Before we dive into Triple H's gut-wrenching moment, let's rewind and talk about the man at the center of it all, Kevin Owens. If you've been following, you know that KO is no ordinary superstar. He's a living legend, carving out his legacy in the WWE ring. Born Kevin Steen, he cut his teeth on the indie circuit, making a name for himself in places like Ring of Honor and PWG before WWE came calling in 2014. From the moment he stepped into NXT, KO made a huge impact. He powerbombed Sami Zayn into the mat, stole the NXT championship, and set the tone for what would be an incredible WWE career. Once he hit the main roster, Kevin Owens didn't just arrive, he exploded. His rivalry with John Cena marked a massive moment in WWE history. He walked in, defeated Cena clean with his devastating pop-up powerbomb, and left fans worldwide screaming his name. KO's entire career has been built on his gritty, tough persona. He's the blue-collar, everyman champion who doesn't need flashy abs or a pretty smile to succeed. He's got a rough-around-the-edges attitude, sharp promos, and a fighting style that combines sheer brawling with technical brilliance. Kevin has been a cornerstone of WWE, and his career highlights speak for themselves. Universal Champion, Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion. The list goes on. His feud with Randy Orton, his work with the Bloodline, and his unbreakable spirit have made him one of the most beloved figures in WWE. But lately, something has been off. Fans have noticed subtle signs, Kevin limping here, wincing there, but no one could have guessed just how serious things were. That's when Triple H's emotional breakdown hit the world like a freight train. Triple H's heartbreaking moment. It all started innocently enough, just an off-the-cuff press Q&A after Raw. No cameras, no scripted answers, just Triple H, a mic, and a room full of reporters. But what followed was completely unexpected. The clip hit the internet fast, grainy audio capturing the raw emotion in Triple H's voice. The game, normally stoic and in control, was visibly shaken. "I need to talk about Kevin," Triple H began, his voice shaky. There was a palpable weight in the air as the reporters in the room went silent. "He's been through hell," Triple H said, pausing as if fighting back tears. The WWE Universe could feel it. The hashtag number HHH cries blew up within minutes, and Suplex Saga's inbox was flooded with questions. What's wrong with Kevin? Is he hurt? Fans were desperate for answers, but Triple H wasn't ready to give it all up just yet. "He's been hiding something big," Triple H continued, his voice cracking as he went on. "He didn't want anyone to know. He didn't want me to know." The emotion was overwhelming as Triple H's face contorted with the guilt of not seeing what was happening behind the scenes. "He's family," Triple H whispered. And then, the moment that shook us all, "I let him down." The clip ended abruptly, leaving the world reeling. Triple H had walked off, his head down, as if carrying the weight of the entire WWE Universe on his shoulders. Fans were left to wonder, what could be wrong with Kevin Owens? The guesses were wild. Was it a retirement? A fallout with the company? Or, worse, something darker? One thing was for sure, this wasn't a storyline. This was real. The heartbreaking truth. Kevin Owens' silent battle. After Triple H's emotional breakdown, the truth started to trickle out, and it was a dagger to the heart. Kevin Owens has been battling a severe knee injury for months, a torn meniscus and ligament damage so bad that surgery was absolutely necessary. How bad was it? Doctors say it's a miracle he's even walking, let alone wrestling. His knee has been grinding bone on bone for months, causing him agonizing pain with every step. Yet Kevin has kept it hidden, taping up his knee and pushing through the pain to deliver some of the most brutal matches in WWE history. The injury reportedly occurred off-screen, during a freak accident in one of his matches, possibly the brutal encounter with Randy Orton last fall. Kevin kept it under wraps, hiding the true extent of the injury, never wanting to show weakness. The toughest man on the roster didn't want pity, and he didn't want anyone to know how bad it really was. He didn't want to let anyone down, not his fans, not his family, and certainly not Triple H, the man who had mentored him since day one. Now the mystery was solved. It wasn't just a limp we were seeing. It was sheer determination, pure pride, and the heart of a warrior fighting through debilitating pain. His body was giving out on him, but his spirit refused to break. The fallout. What's next for Kevin Owens? Now that the truth is out, the question on everyone's mind is, what happens next for Kevin Owens? The injury is severe, and doctors have warned that he'll need surgery to repair the damage. That's at least 6 months of rehab, maybe more. Fans are left to wonder if this will be the end of Kevin Owens' run as we know it. Will he have to step back for good, or can he stage a triumphant return? Triple H's guilt is palpable. He's blaming himself for not catching the signs sooner, for pushing KO to keep going. But Kevin Owens is no stranger to fighting through pain. He's a fighter, through and through. Sources close to WWE have hinted that Kevin is determined to keep wrestling until he physically can't anymore. "I'll rest when I'm done," he reportedly told friends. But it's clear now that he's at a crossroads. The WWE universe is split. Half of them are rallying behind him, chanting number KO strong and praising his toughness. The other half is terrified that if he doesn't take the time to heal, he could be putting his entire career and his health at risk. The grainy clips of KO limping and wincing during matches are brutal to watch. Fans can't believe they missed the signs, and now the reality of Kevin Owens' silent suffering has become impossible to ignore. The future of WWE's everyman. So what's next? Kevin Owens is facing a tough road ahead. If he undergoes surgery, it's likely he'll be out for at least 6 months, maybe longer. Some are predicting a comeback story in the making. Imagine KO rehabbing his knee, returning with a vengeance, facing Randy Orton, the man who likely caused the injury. Picture KO returning to the ring, knee brace and all, with fire in his eyes and vengeance in his heart. Could he use his injury as motivation for one last title chase? On the other hand, there's the possibility of a darker turn. Randy Orton, ever the opportunist, may target KO's already weakened knee, leading to a brutal rivalry. Or perhaps WWE's creative team will take this in a different direction, using the injury to fuel a storyline that makes Kevin Owens' return even more epic. Whatever happens, one thing is certain: Kevin Owens' journey isn't over. And Triple H will be there, by his side, every step of the way. Fans are ready for the comeback, and KO's resilience is something they'll never forget.